BP car audio back with a Phoenix Gold Octane R 15.0.1. A little rubbed up there. Anyway, I already disassembled this one. Customer complaining that, sorry about that, this jack is kind of messed up. And then he said this switch wasn't working. I cleaned the switch already. A little bit of electronics cleaner. Cleaned her out. I think his amp's rated at 1,000 watts. Well, yeah. He's a dual pulse width modulated control design for this amplifier. These are actually regulators. These two here. So you got 4 here, you got 4 here, driving into one channel. Power supply is massive. I haven't looked up these devices yet. I got diodes here. And we got 3 and 3 feeding the coil. Pretty monstrous. Something like, let's see here, 80 volts at least. And then, what we got here? 63 volts, and that one's 63 volts. She means business, though, I'll tell you that. I mean, look at this power terminal. Mean. Trace is monstrous. And this is the only amp I've ever seen this on. Not soldered terminals, no. Screwed on terminals. Looking some power there. So, monoblock design. Got 2 outputs for speakers. I'm supposed to find out exactly how much power this thing puts out. So, like I said, I cleaned the control. I cleaned all the controls actually. They're pretty dirty. The main problem now, I just don't think he likes the way this RCA jack looks. It's kind of chewed up. It does work. I've played with it. So, per customer request, I'll change it out. I got the parts here. Got a few extras from China. Those took about a month or 2 to get here. They're not the exact part, as you can see. The old ones were black. New ones are red. The other difference is the ground pass through. So, on this one, you can kind of see the traces there. This black solder mask is kind of annoying. But on this side, which I do believe is the output side, let's see here. Yeah, that's the output side. Is that the input? I think that's the input side. There's 2 separate ones, and then they go through a couple of resistors. Let me get this tool here so I can point out what I'm showing you. They both come in here and here, and they go through a couple of resistors, and then they come together on this side. That's the ground side. That's the signal side. And on the output side, it's a common ground between them. It's kind of hard to see, but it's there. Get the right angle, maybe we can see it. Anyway, you can see where those go. So, they have separate ground leads going to each one of the terminals. I don't know why, but they do. And my replacements have a common ground. So, like I said, the signal comes in the back side here, just like it does here. I don't know why they have separate grounds, but hey, whatever works. what I said down here in the resistor matrix, it just, for some reason they have them isolated on the input. I don't know why. They all go to the same place. So anyway, yeah. It's like a damn battleship. Thing's huge. Alright, well, we'll get this out and we'll take a look at the board. Let's see about putting one of these in there. Stay tuned. Alright, we got the old one pulled out. You can see it's a little chewed up there. And then we got that all cleaned up. It's the new part. Let's go ahead and snap this in. Oh, I need 2 hands for this. Nah, I can do it one-handed. There we go. Got her snapped in, just like that. Flip this board over. Sure we got this held up like it's supposed to be. Yep, just like that. Looks good. Let's see if we can get her soldered in for you here. Maybe I can prop the camera up a little bit too, so you guys can get a better view of this. Hang on just a second. Where's it at? There it is. There we go. To get my tripod back over here. Alrighty. Like I said before, I don't know why there's separate grounds, especially on this side. That's the input side, but on the output side there isn't. So on the output side we only have to solder one ground. But on the input side we're going to have to put a jumper. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and solder these. These are the input sides. It's a double-sided board, so you gotta make sure we get plenty of solder on there. I got a little too much on that one. Oh well. That's better. That one sucked it through. Oh, why this one won't? Oh well. That's what they make this stuff for right here. Solderic. Amazing stuff. I know a lot of people use solder suckers and desoldering irons, and I really like desoldering braid. Stuff's pretty amazing. I actually found this stuff on Amazon. I usually use goat wick, but this oh, sorry about that. This stuff's pretty good. That's an Amazon product right there. Chemtronics rosin desoldering braid, and it's about $7 for that roll, which isn't too cheap and isn't too expensive. But there is cheaper stuff. But like I said, I had the goat wick stuff before, and it was okay, but it didn't have. This has a rosin flux, and I don't think that stuff does. Either that or it's got some other weird stuff. It didn't work very well, so I decided to get some better stuff this time. And that stuff really works good. I looked at all the reviews on Amazon about it first, and like I said, it's not exactly cheap, but it seems to be pretty good, at least for this kind of work. Okay, so this one I don't need the jumper for the ground, but this one I do. And what you do, you get you a little piece of wire. Doesn't matter what color it is, because we're just going to use that piece right there. And you get her cut off, say about, I don't know, about that long. And we got a pair of long nose pliers here somewhere. Or I don't, one of the two. I did have some. Where did they go? Oh well. Anyway, and what you want to do is you basically just want to put this between your input ground and the other one. Because this is a monoblock amplifier anyway, so you really don't need but one input. But if we would like to pass our ground signal over to our other side here, there we go. I put a little bend in it so it'd go in the hole right there. And I put a little solder in there. And of course it went bananas, went everywhere. Oh, there they are. There's my long nose pliers. Okay. And we'll get this dealt with. Forceps would be a good tool to use for doing this type of thing right here, because then you could actually get a hold of it and lock it down. So, alrighty. So we'll go down all the way. Okay. And we gotta make sure I push this wire down, just like that. And we'll solder this onto there, and it'll be all connected and wonderful. There we go. Oh, there we are. All connected. Got our little bridge installed for the ground. Got our new connector installed. Switch has been cleaned. Which on this model amplifier changes the low pass as far as how much I do believe it's how much whatchamacallit how much amplification on your bass goes on. So, but this one might be different because it says configure the amp, and it's got buy LP LP, and then on the bottom it's got buy LP and buy. So I'm not exactly sure what they're doing with that switch, so I'll have to test it and find out. But that is all we need to do on this amplifier. Looks like somebody did a little work in here at one time. Some flux on the board still. And generally it's not a bad amplifier, but man, it is monstrous. I said it's rated 1,000, but 1,000 at what? 4 ohms? So I'm not sure exactly. Anyway, let's get this thing back together, and we'll call it a video. Alright, YouTubers, we're back with this Phoenix Gold amplifier. Got her all put back together, pretty and beautiful, and got all the little heat sinks back on, and the clamps, and so forth, and so on. Yeah, it's like 3 in the morning. Anyway, that's about it for this video. Just gotta put on the back cover, and then I think we're gonna call it a day. Anyways, BP from BP's Car Audio. Check us out on Facebook. BP's Car Audio, all one word, be link in the description, and at BP's Car Audio on Twitter for updates and pictures. A little better quality than the video sometimes. Please get subscribed if you're not subscribed. If you are subscribed, like or dislike is fine, and leave a comment if you feel you would like to. And if you are subscribed and you're not getting updates from us. There's a little gear or question mark or some kind of thing next to the subscribe button. Let me see here real quick. It looks like it's a oh, where are we at here? I'm looking on YouTube on my laptop. Anyway, should be a little icon there next to the subscribe button that gives you the option to get the updates. Anyway, it's right to the right of it. Anyway, we'll have another video with this amplifier, and we'll check it out and see how it works. And then comes the fun part. We're gonna see how much power this sucker makes. I already know that the power supply devices, I looked them up while I was off camera, they are rated for 110 or 100 amps, and just say there's 6 of them, so it's pretty bossy. I haven't looked up the devices and the outputs. If anything else, they're probably underrated. I've got an exterminator amp that uses the same design, and it is mean. So, anyway, thanks for watching, and keep both feet in front of you when you walk. This is BP from BP's Car Audio saying thanks for watching.